and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. Back in Memphis, the Grizzlies tip off the beginning of a homestand. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
These guys are looking forward to this year now, putting last season behind them.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Fades and shoots. No good from LeBron. But LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that'll be. What will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations and not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded.
Now the Grizzlies are one of 8 remaining teams, Richard, in search of their first NBA championship.
And the closest they've gotten was that grit and grind era, when they made it as far as the Western Conference Finals in 2013. But can they get back to that level?
Here's Shepherd. It's good from long range.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's White. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Down low. And the rejection by Jackson. Drops in the tray.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Here's Shepherd. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adebayo. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. I asked him about LeBron James and what his team's defensive game plan was against him, and he said to me, hope and pray that he misses a majority of his shots. With LeBron, there's only so much you can do against him, but we're going to do our best. We'll see what happens here tonight. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. And it's Shepherd missing. To the middle. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Shepherd. Got a piece of it. Now here's James. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepherd. That's his first foul. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Garnett. And Garnett with the slam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Inside. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. So they take the lead.
Still moving down the floor like a freight train. LeBron remains a force on the break.
Here's Shepherd. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
I love seeing Adebayo run the floor like this. Fantastic job leaking out and beating everyone to the spot.
And G.G. Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Now here's White. Nothing on the board. Into the lane. And Jackson with the block. Here's Wallace. Hits the three-point bomb. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
Yeah, and such a great job of being active and aggressive with their hands. They're just putting ball handlers on their heels.
And Boston has possession after Memphis gets the 3.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Pass to Adebayo. Now Shepherd going inside. And finished off by Shepherd.
And Shepard is a solid decision maker. If there's an opening, he's going to take it.
To the inside. Out to White. And here's Edwards. Shot to stop the run. Good on the three-point shot. Edwards got 6.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Memphis out in front, leading by 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And you think of the great shot creators, Richard, how underrated is footwork to what they do?
No, it's very underrated. It's not just big men. You look at guys like Jalen Brunson, Kyrie Irving, even going back to Kobe Bryant. Great footwork will always enable you to get off your shot.
Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Garnett. Here's Claxton. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Memphis leading by 8. Here's Reddish. And the Grizzlies another 3.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Pass to Claxton. Back to White. To the paint. Lets it go. Here's Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Pass to Okogie. Back to Reddish. Here's Salon. Claxton covering. Inside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Celtics trailed by 9. And here's White. Still scoreless. And it's sent back by Odom. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Outside Edwards. It's rebounded by Memphis. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back to you.
All right, Allie. Thanks a lot. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Chalk up 2 there. Camby's got the lead up to 14 now for Memphis.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Boston. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Here's Yao. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And we saw this in China. Now we're seeing it here. When Ming gets the ball around the basket, he is almost a lock to score.
The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of this.
No free throws. Good from Reddish. Celtics trailed by 14. Down low. Here's Yao. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Yao's got 4 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
It's Claxton high post. He has yet to score. The jump hook. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Memphis leading by 14. The kick out to Odom. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Pass to Yao. Yao draws the double. And a wide open look for Claxton. His 3-pointers off the mark. And here are the Grizzlies. They're on a 14-6 run. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Reddish. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yao in the post. Over Camby. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big time shot from him there.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here is Williams. No scoring in this one. To the right side. To the middle. Here's Claxton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And we hear a lot about 6'11" Nick Claxton's effect on defense. RJ, what's your opinion?
Well, it's not just his rim protection, but he can pop out and affect shots in the mid-range. He guards multiple positions well, and his defensive versatility, that's not easy to come by.
Back to Adebayo. Here's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Adebayo's got 5 points so far.
And he's worked hard on that shot. Bam is now very willing to let it fly from beyond the arc.
Pass to White. Now here's Yao. Over in the corner, Claxton. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Claxton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the big man Yao surveying the floor well. Good job spotting the open man. And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Claxton with the bucket.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Jackson with the screen. In the corner, Wallace with it. The 3. Lock at 6. The rebound by Garnett. Celtics trail by 13. Here's James. LeBron playing like a big man inside.
No question James is the green light from anywhere. That mid-range is just another area where he's dangerous.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Garnett left side. And taken away by Wallace. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And it's Shepard missing. Celtics trail by 14 to the inside. LeBron, no luck.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Puts up a deep three. Wallace misses.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Adebayo, that's a two-pointer. And another miss by Memphis.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
Still doing it at this age. Richard, remarkable stuff for LeBron James.
I wasn't sure the day would ever come that we'd actually see him playing on an NBA court with his son, Brian. Back when I was playing with LeBron, it seemed like a bit of a dream.
Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Austin on D, trailing by 13. Pass to Salon. 5 to shoot. They set the screen. Wallace misses. Right side, Edwards. Can't connect from short range. Memphis leading by 13. Here's Salon. Shoots from the high post. That's good on the jump shot. Salon's got 9 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Back to Garnett. And stolen by Wallace. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Salon. Odom down low. And the dunk by Odom.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And it's sent back by Odom. That is with the ball. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Memphis leading by 17. Pass to Salon. And the rejection by Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. He's still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Celtics trailed by 15. Now White. It's stolen by Reddish. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. And Reddish with the slam.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
Now can't get it to go. And Reddish with the slam.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Back to Yao. Yao draws the double. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
And they recover it. Pass to Odom. Goes back up. Tries yet again. And at last, they get one to fall. And the Grizzlies lead by 21. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And they pick up 2.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Here's Odom. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Here's Hill. Drives to the hoop. Good!
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's getting hesitant to pull the trigger.
And we have a timeout called by Kromazisalo. He knows every possession is critical now. So both teams making some changes here. Memphis leading by 17. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And Jackson gets it to go.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Yeah. He nails it from 11.
And this is why you give Yao the ball inside. He's good at getting ideal positioning and finishing.
Adebayo. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. Celtics trailed by 18. Edwards. Missed on the 3. There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth. Adebayo. Garnett with the block. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Grizzlies.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Reed Sheppard.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
He was all alone on that one. And the Grizzlies lead by 21.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Outside Jackson. Garnett with the block. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Sheppard. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so it's Boston with it. White looking around. Yao trying to get open. White, good. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wallace. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best.
Watch just like Jello. Oh, she likes fast cars in a Camaro. So took my to Egypt, walking around, they calling me the Pharaoh. I used to sit them down, I had to walking down O'Farrell. Booming at the Motel 6 off Embarcadero. Puppet stand, Pablo play Chapello. Plus I be pulling strings like a played the cello. She be peeking but ain't speaking, so I yelled out hello. I got 7 blue cars, think my next one gonna be yellow. Boy, I live like Donatello. I told him take it from the top, put a key, yeah, check ball. When I shoot the 3, ooh wee, it's a wet ball. Like Jordan, balling in my chains, 100 around my neck, dog. Yeah, take it from the top, on my mama, check ball. Check ball, check. Check ball, check. Yeah, check ball, check. Check ball, check. Check ball, check. Yeah, yeah, check ball. Ain't no fouls in 21, you keep fouling, that's gonna get you down, get your hustle up, and that'll get you back. All these subbing on the gram, where they at? If it's really up, drop your location, where you at? I'm a human highlight, I feel like Dominique. Handcuff your wife, aight? Oh yeah, use a square player, trust me, I'm good in geometry. I'm a star, boy, yeah, I passed in astronomy, yeah. Like a locomotive. They be hating on the kid, tell me what's your motive. Dope bear, fill a building up, man, with no promotion. We the hottest in the city, that's on. My old school costs more than your.
On the road, looking for. A win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Miami Heat are ready to get this thing started. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. The Miami Heat come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against the Celtics.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Here's James, drilled from 11 feet out. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend. And that's LeBron, one of the best front court playmakers. That is something you just can't teach.
Here's Yaka Jonas. Back to Ware. Pass to Knipple. 5 to shoot. And so Miami again turning it over. Here's White. And the foul on Kasparas Yaka-Jonas. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Outside Hill. To the inside. White, good.
I like that from White. Attacking the heart of that defense.
There's a good screen. Here he goes. Jonas' shot is good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's White. And it's off from three-point range. Gets the shot. Again, the Heat good for two.
Jonas. Assist goes to Ware.
James outside. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. James has got his second bucket tonight.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And this is why Wiggins has become an efficient scorer, doing a much better job with his shot quality, and loves now to attack inside. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. And yes, it's good.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
I know some would classify Derek White as underrated. Stan, what's your read on him?
Well, Kevin, I would say he was underrated for a long time, but now I think we've all gotten smarter, and we all realize Derek White is one of the best guards in this league, period. I don't think he's underrated anymore, and I just think it took us a long time to catch up with how good he is. Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy.
Give it up.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the first. To the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by Bamba. Out to the right wing. Wade outside. Here's Jonas. Bamba. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The three from Hill. Sinks the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
.32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Wow, hammering it in.
Look out. Oh, man. Sharp makes that look. Whoa. Well, that was unbelievable. Not many guys can do what Ant-Man just did.
Here's Sharp. Softly drops in the floater.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their fifth consecutive make in the paint.
Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Driving to the basket. That puts them in the lead. Sharp's got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, look, Sharp has a lightning quick first step, which makes him tough to handle on drive. Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And stolen by James. And Garnett, that's good.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Celtics lead by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end. Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
White, good.
White knows he has the green light to fire from deep. Great looking 3-ball there.
There's the pick. Here's Sharp. Toppin pulls it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Out to Edwards. Edwards, that is a great finish!
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And Miami making a change here. The Heat trail by 8. Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat. But that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcome the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
Oh, here's Edwards. Kelly Oubre unable to get his last shot to go. White, wide open, he fires. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. White's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics. Pass to Bamba. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Bamba's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Now here's Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Garnett, the screen. Edwards drives in. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Heat trail by 8. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back to you guys.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Hero, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the Celtics another 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And a new group in for the Heat. And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything. But as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
Here is Edwards. The Heat knocking down the tray. A minute 42 left in the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The Heat trailed by 8. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nick Claxton.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And so he hits both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Puts it up. And another basket for Boston.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
And he makes that one.
Castle so good up and down the lane.
There's a minute left in the first half. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for Boston. Out to White. Back to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep three. Oubre pulls it in.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Oh, here's Edwards. 7 points in the game. To the right side. Into the lane. Here's Ware. And the rejection by Claxton. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. 11 seconds left in the first half of the game. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Drills it from outside. Wiggins has got 7. Here's Edwards. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Derek White has been on display for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boston leading by 3. Greg Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. And can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Well, that's what White's out there to do. Share the ball and make everybody better.
Hill with it. He has 5. Tipped away. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Yaka Jonas.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Out to White. And the foul on Kasparas Yaka Jonas. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. White, good.
Yeah, we've seen White's confidence as a scorer grow over time, which is why he stays aggressive when he catches fire.
Here's Knippel. The rebound by Garnett.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
It's Garnett on the wing. Here's Edwards. Garnett rattles the rim.
Super work on the boards. They really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Driving the lane. Garnett with the block. And they'll get another chance. And here's Sharp. He's got 6. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Well, what verticality from Sharp. Getting airborne and slamming it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Now here's White. He's got 12. Cuts off the pass. And it's the Heat on the break. And here they go. And that one's good. Wiggins has got 9.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
Boston leading by 5. 17-foot shot on the way. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
The Heat have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. When LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that'll be, what will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations and not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded.
Here is Edwards after the Heat pick up 2. Bamba with the block.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
Here's Jokic Jonas. 9 points in the game so far. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, guys. Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Sharp missing.
Gotta run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
For the tie. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's White. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Celtics out in front.
44.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Miami trailing. Here's Jokic Jonas. And it's all evened up.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Down low, James. And finished off by LeBron.
Man, LeBron James, the king, can still fly.
Screen by Wiggins. Pass to Jokic Jonas. Now Bamba bangs home the trifecta. And the Heat lead by 1.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Hill, no good. And so here is Miami. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. Maybe the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip.
And the closer to the basket Bamba is, the more effective he is. Outstanding at using his size inside.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked to the team. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's White. That's good. And so Garnett with the assist.
Hey, sometimes it's your night. White's number keeps getting called, and he keeps coming.
Oh, look at that.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team.
Kasparas Yakachonis.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Outside Edwards. Up top, Garnett. 5 on the clock. Big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Here's Garnett. Here's Yakachonis. Wiggins. And down goes the three.
And this is what we want to see more of from Wiggins, delivering a huge basket for his team.
It's tipped. Now Hero. Garnett pulls it down. Celtics trailed by 4. Hachimura. Here's Toppin. White outside. Now Toppin. White outside. And stolen by Wiggins. Hero with it. And it's Toppin picking him up. Rebounded by Edwards. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Outside White. Here's the three. Puts up the three. It misses. Heat leading by 4. Sharp. And there's the three.
Well, at the arc, Sharp shoots pretty freely. He has confidence in his shot selection.
It's White on the wing. Edwards. Three. Good.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Here's Yakachonis. Rips it down with 2 hands.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness. That's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Here's Yakachonis. And so the big win by Miami in a